a war going on. The books can't escape from the team. Call the morning steam. It's time to break, run for cover. That's gonna cover, that's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott running so hot. Sports make money and we make money back with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice, we might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott. Sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money. You know how we do it.
Steam play.
And a pleasant good morning to you from the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas. This is Ramon Scott, and welcome to the Morning Steam Show for Friday, November the 8th, as we get ready for a big sports weekend with college football, NFL football this weekend. We had a great game last night, lived up to the billing for sure. Might have saved Thursday night football forever. Who knows? With a great game last night. We got awesome action, though, this weekend, including more NBA, more NHL, college basketball today, whatever you want to talk about. I'm ready. Let me hear it from you in the chat. Hello, stars. The chat all-stars will have their picks. And we'll talk about some of the programming here this weekend. We got UFC action on Saturday from the guys. Hope you watched last night with Thursday Night Football and the guys with their companion show. I don't know what we were watching by the end of the show, but we had a good time with a great football game. The guys were going off certainly last night here on the channel, the simulcast stream with Razor Sharp Bets. What a game. I was hanging out in the chat, but I don't think they saw me or anybody else for that matter last night. But it was because the game was so good, obviously, and everybody had a great time. So we'll preview, though, tonight's games. There's 4 in college football, five if you count an Ivy League game, bunch of games in the NBA, a few NHL, and some college basketball. I don't know how we'll manage getting through the college basketball card today. I picked out several games, but get your plays maybe here, maybe throw out some plays. Hope everyone had a good night with the football last night. We did have a premium pick winner on the over with the Bengals and the Ravens. And yeah, we gave out the Bengals right here on the show. We did something right. Might have had a few blips on the college basketball card for sure. We're zigging and zagging and swerving and swiving, if that's a word. And college football last night, we swept both of our premium plays. More football, please. Swept the action in football last night with East Carolina as our premium pick winner. Coastal Carolina as our premium pick winner. Need more Carolinas as well here. Oh, I got a little toothpastey, guys. Oh, boy. That's all right. It's early here in Las Vegas and want to be looking good for you guys here on the show. So let's get firing away here on some of the games and see what you guys want to do. I just had one premium pick winner yesterday in the NBA with the Blazers and the Spurs game to go over. We had some hockey. Couple winners last night. Predators and Panthers game to go over. We also had the Penguins and Hurricanes game to go under. And we had a couple pushes in there, I think, somewhere on those totals. We also had the Winnipeg Jets last night in the NHL and in college basketball. I might be still looking for the winners here. I know we had some, but did feel like wild card there in college basketball last night. Let me know how it went for you guys. And also, getting ready for a little tennis action here. Some important matches here coming up. I've sent out some VIP plays right now, just underway. Alechka and Shapovalov at Belgrade in the ATP finals, and I have Shapovalov here. He's just underway. I think they're on serve, 1-0 here. Gave out Shapovalov. I think it was $1.40 here today. Maybe went off $1.50 here at Bovada. Hello, hello, fam. Also, more matches if you sign up with me over at winnable.com/Ramon. I got some free plays over there today in ATP and WTA finals. Watch a little doubles action here, but I'm ready to get going with the men's tournament. The women are getting underway in an hour or two. Qinwen Zhang and Barbara Krejcikova. And later on, Sabalenka and Coco Gauff, 11:30 Eastern, 8:30 Pacific. Nice tennis match there. Also, there is some domestic soccer today, including MLS playoffs continue tonight. Vancouver at Los Angeles, and your typical Friday night fixtures here with action in Italy, Spain, Bundesliga as well. There'll be action from Mexico tonight. There's been a couple Steam plays while I've just been sitting here, so maybe we should just roll a couple off and get you started with a little bit of action. Just moments ago, the Washington Huskies here. You might have just heard it. Plus 13.5 in a week in a Saturday game here. Taking a little steam right now, if you will. Washington in that game against Penn State. They just took some steam here at, I want to say it was as high as 14.5, but down maybe here to 13 or 12.5 with the Huskies taking a little steam for Saturday's games. We'll be here tomorrow previewing a bunch of, I don't know what we're going to do. There is college basketball tomorrow as well. Maybe I'm just getting old and ashy here. Also, just moments ago, I heard some other steam. Let me see if I can get that here. Penn State tonight in college basketball. There's been a lot of college basketball steam so far, and we'll probably spend a lot of time reciting more games that get steamed here while we are on the air, because there's a ton of college basketball here tonight. But I just saw Penn State. Man, that game was as low, I want to say, as 19.5 or so. But this one feels almost like a runaway favorite here right now with Penn State tonight. They started steaming it here at 19.5 or so against Maryland, Baltimore County. But all of a sudden, man, this thing's going to be well north of 2021 or so. Steam came in on Penn State. Was a few minutes ago as I was just ready to come on the air. I think that one you might have heard in the background. Also, New Orleans and Orlando tonight took some steam in NBA action. It's fantastic. Anybody as old as I am remember that? Pelicans and Magic took some steam here to the under already just moments ago. That one was about 214.5, probably heading to 213 right now. Those two teams have been going over a little bit, no doubt, but steam coming in on the under in that one. All right. Appreciate everybody, gang. I want to say hello to everyone before we do my little commercial for winnable.com. Well, actually, my plays over at winnable.com. Let's take a look. If you'll bear with me, I'll say hello to some friends in the chat. And who's along with me for the ride today? We got 3 dozen of you in here so far on a Friday. Appreciate it. And it's going to be Thomas Lewis opening the doors. Like this video, subscribe to our channel, Sports Money, here on YouTube, the fastest growing channel here on YouTube as far as sports betting is concerned. And we'll be here tomorrow. As I said, there is UFC coverage here. We saw the guys, like I said, last night, having a pretty good time. They'll be here tomorrow as well with UFC action from Las Vegas here at the Apex with that main event. I already saw the show with the guys. They did their coverage for the weekend, previewing the card with First Strike. Here's some steam coming in right now, guys. St. Joseph's in college basketball today. St. Joe's taking a little steam here right now. Hope I can find all these games because there's going to be a lot of them. St. Joe's taking steam here. I don't know. I was looking at Central Connecticut last night, but St. Joe's taking the steam here right now at, maybe it's up to 16 or so. It was, I want to say it was 14 and a half, but look at this, up to 16 here right now. College basketball steam right now. So, anyways, subscribe to our channel here as I see on the graphic, but they were there last night having a good time, and the crew will be here on Saturday with UFC coverage from Las Vegas with that main event this week. Magny and Prates. You got Magny 22-11 in the UFC. Prates just 3-0 in the UFC. The 23 DWCS winners won 10 straight pro fights. So good main event here with the veteran Magny 22-11 in the UFC, and the veteran here coming in this one. He's also actually, Magny is actually alternated wins and losses for 12 straight fights. He is coming off of a loss. If you're a trend handicapper, I don't know. I'll let the guys handle that. But the First Strike video is up. Get previews from Jeff, from Sub, from Mikey Money, from Fanatical Jim. They have their First Strike preview with their 4 picks, and also they'll be along tomorrow with companion coverage on the Sports Money Network for the UFC card here this weekend, our featured coverage here this weekend. So please check us out. And all right, let me fire it up here, get everything ready. Thank you to Thomas as well here. Ron Young is here today. Thank you, Thomas. Hey, Euro action. I did send out one play last night in Euro League. I'm starting. I've had a couple so far, I think, but we're going to kind of unload the portfolio here a little bit. Keith said, I was in there. I saw you. At least Keith was keeping the calm in the chat yesterday. I don't know what it evolved into. I think they were trying to figure out how to make this software work. I wish I did every time. Gasicki under for Keith. Talk about the games. I guess, I don't know, we should talk about that game. I mean, rehash it, because what a game it was last night. Wow. Yeah, we struck with both. It wasn't easy, right? Because the Bengals had to go down and get that near tying touchdown. And you know what? They probably did the right decision, right? I said in the chat with the guys, I don't know if they saw it by that time, but I don't know. I guess usually the way they say it, right? If you're in a shootout or maybe just regularly too, if it's a defensive game, you're supposed to always kick if teams are having trouble. Correct me if I'm wrong on this. These are, nowadays, I don't even know if these are the right metrics calls, or if you got your little metric, if you got your little nerd dude beside you. But in the low scoring game, if you're having trouble scoring, the other team's having trouble scoring, you kick it. If you're in a high scoring game and you're on the road, you just go for it. If you're in a high scoring game and you're the home team, you kick it. So I don't know if that's true. Gorky here, he's on Cal. He's on my Aztecs tonight. Can the Aztecs turn around after getting, well, as Coach Coach Sean said last week, the Aztecs, he said, we just got a good old-fashioned American ass whooping by Boise State. Robert McCormick, hello. Joe W., hello. Gorky's ready with that CFL action here for this weekend. We got big games in the CFL as we get ready to roll here into, we're approaching the Grey Cup already. Can you believe it? On Saturday, Toronto and Montreal, Saskatchewan and Winnipeg. We've finally reached this point. And boy, are we going to have a beautiful, what's the weather? What's the forecast for the Grey Cup? Coming up, we got to get through the semifinals first. Big weekend here with Toronto and Montreal. Montreal, a 2-point favorite, and a total 52. Winnipeg, a 4-point favorite against Saskatchewan, and the total 47.5. Thank you, Gorky, for keeping us updated. Hello to our Tomps as well. And Joe is out here where I'm watching that tennis action here. We're finally, I got the men's match on here, I think. Philly Eagle Flyer, hello. Doge is here. Hey, getting those meme coins going. Where do we stand? We on. I think I sold a bunch of Bitcoin. I might have been half asleep when I did it, but hey, you know what? How high can it go? Maybe I should hang on to all of it. Lee Anthony Quinones is here. Dougie Wise, thank you as well. And there it is. Look, he says, "What are your thoughts on going for 2 at the end?" I think I said. I think what I said. I don't know if it's my opinion, but that's just what they kind of say anyway. There, because nobody was seemed to stop anybody there, and you're going to have to go for 2 eventually. I don't know, but good performance. We said right. The Bengals, they look pretty good again. Yeah, they were giving up, points, but the Ravens are good, and like I said, the Bengals, they probably still have a chance. They're probably, their schedule's soft. Schedule's a little weak. Moving forward, they might be able to still find a way to get it. Terrell talking NBA action, I guess here from last night. I don't know if I want to talk about the NBA from last night, but it says they blew it, yeah, no doubt. And Jimmy's teeth might be my guy right here. Thank you, Jimmy. All right, and let's see here. Yeah. Oh, okay. Thank you, Gorky. Awesome. There you go. They're playing it in British Columbia. There you go. All right. Darn it. Don't play the Grey Cup indoors. What are we doing? All right. I like it. I always like it when it's getting, we're getting there. When we get the Grey Cup, you get a little, I like a little bit of, weather if we can. I know it's, still only early November, but we put a little light snow on the ground. That'd be fine. All right. Thanks, you guys, for joining me here today. And don't forget, you can catch me over at the Winnable app here for my plays. This is big this weekend because college basketball today and tomorrow. Gonna have a pretty big card here. It feels like we're off to a pretty good start, but yesterday was a little bit rough around the edges for sure. Good thing we had some college basketball. I think we had a couple winners on the show here anyway. We had Southern Miss. The show picks were better than the premiums. Got those backwards, I think. But we had Stony Brook and Central Michigan over. We had Southern Miss and UAB over on the show. At Cal Poly and Cal game to go over here on the show yesterday. We had North Florida over Charleston Southern, and also what a VIP winner with the sendouts there with Utah to roll. So check me out over at Winnable. Click the QR code in the lower right-hand corner of the screen, and never miss any of my action that I send out here. I'm a high volume player, so there'll be some swings, but when we hit it good. And again, you're just supporting me here on the channel, and I'm going to send you free plays. I play a heavy volume here, and you don't have to play them all. I should realize that same percentage if I'm doing my job anyway. Like to win them all, but I really just get you my favorite plays, my best plays. Go behind the paywall at winnable.com. Going to get free plays of the VIP, including that tennis action and other sports, and everything else. Just get on here on the show and send them out. So appreciate you listening to that. Please support me over there at winnable.com. Get more plays from me. I just sit here after the show handicapping, putting my plays in, so you can get them over there sent to your phone, turn the notifications on, get the plays here. Thank you for listening to that. And we'll get back to the action here with our chat and go over the games today. Appreciate that. Okay, Robert McCormick had a good day. He sent me the play. Oh, I said here for Robert McCormick, send me the plays, but I already get his plays here on the show. I thought we agreed on a lot of plays, so I know I had a few winners here. MMA Guy, good to see MMA Guy. He's here for, he only comes for the commercial. Then he's out of here, I think. All right, Terrell here, and nice to have everyone going here. What else can we talk about? We better just get rolling with the show here right now, because I don't know if I have any content as far as the action here yesterday. I guess Lamar, 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter, finished with 290 yards. I was laddering up. That's what I told the guys yesterday in the chat, or I think on the show last night. I said I'm laddering. Lamar didn't quite get to all the numbers there, but 290 yards, pretty good performance there. Joey B should have laddered him, right? 425 yards, 4 touchdowns. Jamar Chase, 11 receptions, 3 touchdowns, including that late touchdown. How about Tyron Williams with the big plays there yesterday? Tyron Williams had the big performance for the Ravens defense, stopped that 2-point conversion in the final minute. And great game last night, certainly. All right, let's get here rolling with the action here on a Friday. And see where we start. I think we're starting with college football, actually. This card is pretty attractive here today. Cliff Floyd, hello, and thank you for being here. And Wine Time's ready to roll here with action tonight in the postseason. How about it, Wine Time? Should be a fun night of action here in the southern section down here in San Diego, where there was a little bit of controversy here, Wine Time, in San Diego with the playoff pairings. Not that, nobody's too upset, but just had a kind of a crazy situation with the folks who make the power ratings. They said, we're not going to show the power ratings separately anymore for the San Diego section. I'm talking about Cal Preps, if you know what this is I'm talking about. But they said, you guys didn't apply our ratings correctly to your playoff format. San Diego scrapped divisions this year in the regular season and said, we'll just chop up the divisions at the end of the season. And Cal Prep said that wasn't a good idea for the way we run our precious rating system. So I don't know what was going on with that. But nonetheless, action tonight. And I'll be pretty busy with that, but I'm not busy enough to miss the action here tomorrow. All right, what game is it? Wilson and Victorville. Wow, okay. Let's see here. Thank you, Wine Time, for that. And let's see who else got. We ready to go here? Dan Terrell here, also talking Ravens football. All right, let's go. Let's get to the action here. Put yesterday to rest. Well, not yet. I stood up. Why do I always write down today's tennis on yesterday's sheet? Okay, let's go and talk about it here with the action tonight. And start right at the top of the board here at 8 Eastern and 5 Pacific with Cal here taking on Wake Forest. You have Cal up to an 8-point favorite here now, and the total is 54.5 here, I guess. There we go. All right, there we go. Cal and Wake starts us off tonight. For the Bears, they are 4-4, but 0-4 in the ACC. That's what you get, when you're in the transatlantic conference here. They've lost these games, man. I'm picking on them, but they've lost by 2 points, by 1 point, by 1 point, and by 5 points so far here in the ACC. They play good defense, Cal. Uh, they've held 6 of their 8 opponents to 17 or less points so far this season. Cal's had a great time with turnovers as well. They're plus 13 in the turnover department this year. They've gone under in 4 of their 6 games so far this season. For the Deacons, they come in 4-4, 2-2 in the ACC right now. But man, they've also been, these guys are kind of the king of uh, close games as well. Their wins have been by 4 points, by 3 points, and by 3 points so far this season. And they got a veteran quarterback in there. They are 0-4-1 against the spread their last 5 games as a home underdog. Also, the Deacons are 1-5-2 against the spread, coming off of a win. So home underdogs in the ACC are 6-9 against the spread overall. You'd think though Wake Forest at home here in Cal can't seem to get a win. They're making all these. You got to make a couple of these trips back east here for this new conference. Well, let's see what you guys have and let's get it going. Hey, just moments ago there was some there's going to be a lot of college basketball steam, a lot of interruptions. Hopefully that's the way you like it here as I post the latest moves. And it was College of Charleston here taking action just moments ago. Charleston, I believe I had this one in our previews here. Charleston here was a 3.5 point favorite, but it's on the way up. I already took Charleston last night, so right now Charleston is on the move here higher. I mean, I don't know how else I can say it. I'm not passing out every game here on the show on college basketball, so and those plays that I just bet privately are not as strong as that's just a game I didn't expect to make my card or anything, but maybe it should have with the steam coming in on Charleston at minus 3.5 or 4. It might be going a little bit higher here after that. Also coming in right now, more steam. Tulane here, game number 853, 854. Tulane against UL Monroe. It was 9.5. It was 10. It's now 10.5 or 11. It looks like here right now Tulane is on the move in college basketball. Feels like this is what the show is going to end up being, is me interrupting any previews to tell you the latest moves in college basketball with this big card here on Friday night. With college football tomorrow night, there's still some college basketball games, but not as many on Saturday, even though it feels like overload with both sports going on here. All right, Wine Time says he likes a little. Let me see what this is. He does like the under here in this one. I do too, Wine Time. Let's do it. I'm going to take the under here with Cal and Wake Forest at 55. If Wine Time's on it, I'll do it. Cal here for Thomas. And Robert's on the over, however. And under there, let's see. Yeah, I think Cal might be the side here, but man, these games are close. Robert says he likes the Deeks. I don't mind that. I might be, I might be involved here, the premium, but like I said, the games have been close, obviously for both these teams. Thank you, Terrell. He likes Wake and under here in this one. So thank you for your plays, guys. I'll take I have the under here in this one. And Wine Time's ready for more prep action today, ready to set those lines. I didn't quite look at the ratings from the games here tonight in those big matchups here in the southern section. Man, there's feels like so many. But I do think I saw Sierra Canyon. What is that? The game you're mentioning here? Yeah, Sierra Canyon's got to be a 2 touchdown favorite, don't you think? In that one, wine time, the rating service has it that way. I think the rating service has it 13 or 14. All right. Thank you, Bobby. Thank you, Bobby Mack. Yeah, maybe some running here with these two. All right. Hope I got a good preview out there. Steam right now coming in. More college basketball. Mount St. Mary's and Maryland. That's a lot of Mary. On my merry way. I got a 140 here. Total getting steamed to the under here at 140, probably down to 139 here or so. I think that's probably good to go. Actually, I played under 140 last night, and that one moving lower here right now. I think I can pass those along and just give out a pick there. If it's something I played, I probably played a couple, uh, maybe a dozen plays last night. It looks like here, and that was one of them. So Mount St. Mary's in Maryland under here. It's going under right now for sure. All right. And Dougie says maybe it will be close though here. Thanks, guys. Let's move on to the next one with Rice taking on Memphis here. You got Memphis, 10-point favorite. These lines might be a little old here, actually. I'm going to update these. Memphis, an 8-point favorite right now, and I'm sorry, yeah, 8, and the total
Steam play
51. Let's get that steam to you. Let's get all this steam to you. Maybe this is the morning steam here right now. Mississippi in this one. This is an extra board game here. Let me just start with the ones that are on top. Also, Yale and Illinois Chicago under. This one's moving under right here, right now. Yale and Illinois Chicago. It was 141. It's probably 140 here now and moving lower. Yale and Illinois Chicago taking under steam right now. Also, just mentioned Ole Miss in their game tonight against Grambling. They laid 22. They're laying 22 and more here with Ole Miss against Grambling tonight. Steam on the Rebels. All right, things are popping off already here in this one. And let's see what we got here. Iowa game to go. Thomas is getting ahead of us there a little bit. And Jimmy's Teeth, my guy, he's got a winning. Let's see. Let me get these plays out there. We'll get to that game in just a moment. But there we go. I was going to talk about first, even though these boat games are both at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific, I was going to cover Rice and Memphis here real quick, if you don't mind. For Rice, they come in 3-6, 2-3 in conference play right now. Rice upset Navy last week. They fired their coach and got a win. Sometimes it works. Rice here, let's see, 9-5 against the spread in their last 14 conference games. They've gone under in 4 of their last 5 games overall. Here comes a little steam, if you will. Let me get you some more college basketball moves. Boston College and VCU. This one, a neutral site game. Here, well, neutral site. It's in Annapolis, Maryland, but I still think maybe a little bit neutral here. VCU might be kind of a home team, but it's not going to be overwhelming crowd, is it? Here in this special game, right now they are steaming the under big time. It was 142, but this thing's headed south of 140. It looks like right now with Boston College and Virginia Commonwealth steam to the under here as we're popping off here with the show this morning. All right. Continuing on, Boston Rice has gone under in 4 of their last 5 games overall. Memphis comes in 7-2, 3-2 in conference. They are not good as a home favorite, however, and maybe that could be partially to account for the move here. Memphis just 1-6-1 against the spread in their last 8 as a home favorite, and Hmm. Let's see. The Tigers are 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 games overall. They've often been favored by too many points, really, is what it is, because they have that solid 7-2 record. So you're 7-2, but against the spread, not so much. Here, you just win by enough. It seems like 3 straight games for Memphis have gone over. These two teams haven't met in a dozen years. Uh, American home favorites right now are 12-5 in conference play so far this season. All right, more steam coming in, gang. Hopefully, this is going to be okay today with all these games. You don't want to hear from me, right? You want the biggest moves. NBA action tonight with the Sacramento Kings taking steam right now against the Clippers. The Kings were a 6-point favorite, but they're moving up higher here right now against the Clips tonight. Action on the Kings here on the morning steam. All right, maybe you guys are chiming in with Rice and Memphis here, hopefully. Let's see here. All right, we've got Robert here on the over here in this one. Like I said, this one's definitely gone down for sure. Opened as high as, 57, 58 here. And maybe Cal by a field goal. Robert Franklin is on Rice here in this one. All right. A little bit of more steam, guys. Let me just keep passing it out here. Northern Colorado and Colorado. Steam here right now to the over in this one tonight. Colorado about a 12-point favorite last I saw. And the steam coming in here on the over, it was 149, but it's going to go to 150 or higher here, it looks like, with Northern Colorado and Colorado. Also, UMass and West Virginia just moments ago. This one's on the move higher here with UMass and West Virginia. The total was 153, but now looks like it's at least 154 or higher. Massachusetts and West Virginia basketball tonight. Steam coming in on the over. Woo! Also, Davidson moved just moments ago. They were a 4.5-point favorite here, but Davidson could be up to 5 in their game tonight at Bowling Green. Steam came in on Davidson. Oh, man, this is fun, isn't it? All right. Good play. Let's see here. Thomas Lewis is on Rice. I'm on Rice. Give me Rice here on the move against Memphis here in this one. All right, let's go ahead and move to the next game. You guys already started to talk about it. Good game here tonight with Iowa on the road taking on UCLA. Iowa's a 6-point favorite. The total here, 44 and a half. In this one, you've got Iowa coming in here 6-3, 4-2 in the Big Ten right now for Iowa. They're 11-5 their last 16 games as a road favorite, just 1-1 so far. This season, Iowa 32-18 against the spread, coming in off of a win. Also, 24-18 against the spread, last 42 conference games. This is, you still got to count this as conference game now, of course. I think I would tend to favor the trends on the actual Big Ten teams rather than the Pac-12 teams that came in. Hofstra Hofstra taking steam here right now. Boy, it's getting a little overwhelming here for me. Hofstra taking steam. I don't know. I was thinking Iona last night. Maybe I'll have to reassess here, but Hofstra is up to a 4.5 point favorite here right now. Hofstra has taken the steam here in this one against Iona, not Iowa, right there. We're talking football, but Hofstra over Iona College basketball steam just came in moments ago here on the morning steam. All right, I think you guys got some plays here for the Iowa and UCLA game. UCLA 3-5, 2-4 in conference play. UCLA's 0-3. Wine time's here. We don't need me to talk this game up, but UCLA 0-3, one time knows 0-3, straight up and against the spread. Can't score any points at home. It feels like right now they've scored 13, 13, and 17 in their home games thus far. But UCLA, they have covered 5 of their last 6 games here right now coming in. UCLA's gone under in 4 of their last 6 games. And home underdogs are 11-14 in conference play so far in the Big Ten right now. Go ahead, gang. Let's see what you got with this one. And there was some other support for rice back there. Goes good with veggies. Iowa over here for Thomas. Dougie says they'll dominate. UCLA having those offensive woes. And Thomas says, welcome to the Big Ten, UCLA. Bobby Mack wants to go over in this one. And Super True Story says he doesn't mind. He wants to know the latest moves. And that's what we do here on the Morning Steam. Try to give you some winners, but keep you updated here. All right, Iowa and UCLA. I've got the Bruins here in this one. I'm going to try the Bruins here to cover this number here tonight. If it's going to be low scoring, maybe points can be at a premium in this one. These two teams haven't met in 20 years, so nothing to go on there. Iowa is over in 7 of their 8 games against FBS competition here right now. So I don't know, though. 44.5, man. Might be an under still with these teams, it seems like. But Terrell says, give me UCLA team total over. They've improved dramatically here. I see that too. I think I'm taking them plus the points to make this a good game here tonight. All right. I know we're going kind of fast here through some decent football games, but we got a clunker here on the bottom with my Aztecs against New Mexico on the well, I don't know how you can say it, but they've really screwed things up. Tore down that, beautiful concrete stadium that, it had seen better days, and they built this new stadium for the college football team. But one thing they can't do here at good old Snapdragon Stadium, they don't have good groundskeepers. The turf is a mess. It's a total disaster. Professional teams playing in this stadium in soccer have already moved their games. The turf is so bad. It's an embarrassment, actually, for the university. You'll see it tonight, unless they paint it and try to make it look good, but really crappy turf here. They've contracted it out, and maybe they should just put some students on it or something. Give them a degree in turf management. So you have San Diego State here tonight, a favorite. They're favorite here by 2 now. It looks like there's some 2.5s out there still. Total here might be 66. I think it's going lower. I think going lower, meaning that the move here is on the under with New Mexico and San Diego State here tonight with my Aztecs. New Mexico comes in 3-6, 2-3 in the Mountain West so far this season. New Mexico's had some big offensive performances. They've scored over 50 points 3 times so far. They won those games, obviously. Their 3 wins, they scored 50 points in all of them. here. So problem is they allow massive yardage as well. In 7 of their 9 games, they've allowed at least 475 yards, I believe. New Mexico's 6-12 against the spread on the road as a dog. They're also just 8-20 in conference play against the spread over the last few years. They have Mendenhall in here. He's always a pretty good road dog, a decent road dog anyway. New Lobos are 9-20 against the spread, coming off of a loss. They've gone over in 6 of their 8 games so far this season. For San Diego State, they're 3-5, 2-1 in the Mountain West. They played a lot of close games. Got blown out there last week, as I said. But they've also had some blowout losses as well. 3 times they got blown out by at least 21 points. San Diego State just 4-9 against the spread, last 13 as a home favorite. They are 9-5 though, last 14 in the Mountain West against the spread. They've gone over in 3 of their last 5. San Diego State has won 9 straight meetings against New Mexico, 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 games overall. 6 of the last 9 between these two teams have gone under. New Mexico has lost 5 straight at San Diego State, but they are 3-2 against the spread in those games. That feels like the move has been on New Mexico here. Here's a little bit of steam real quick. I'll make my pick. Go ahead and put yours in, but here comes a little more college hoops with game number 879 and 880, Sacramento State and Fresno State. Game total moving over here right now on some steam at 153.5 or so, going higher. This is Sacramento State and Fresno State. Steam coming in here on the over. All right, let's see what you guys have in this one with New Mexico and San Diego State. All right. Over for Thomas Lewis here in this one. And Bobby Mack says he likes the under here. That's a big number. Yep. Jimmy's Teep talking about the Washington State game there. Okay. Also, what else we got? San Diego State for Thomas. He said maybe it'll be wild because of all those points expected. These teams can't stop each other, feels like. I want to go over. It's just so many points. That's what I'm probably going to do it as my play here on It is, Terrell, what it is I don't know if it just looks bad. I don't know, it plays bad too, like I said. But the sport that they've moved the games or in soccer, they've moved the soccer matches from it. So I don't know. Football's a different, deal, I guess. So, okay, go ahead, gang. Give me. I think is that it for you guys on this play here in this one. All right. Gosh, I feel like this is going to be still like a close game. I kind of want to take the Lobos here, but they're not quite good enough. I mean, it's like +2 here right now. So just give me here. I don't know if this one's even going to make the premiums. I might be short on these college football premiums. I do want to play a few of these. I'll take the over here. It doesn't feel real great. I think it's a little high, but I have a feeling it's going to be good. Flirt with that number for sure. So it's got a bigger chance to go over, in my opinion, than it does staying under here. Like I said, you don't see too many of these San Diego State games, I guess, get this high, but that's what it feels like. It's going to be, a lot of scoring tonight. All right, throw the dice, Thomas says. That's it for. There is one other game in college football tonight with Dartmouth and Princeton, an extra board game here. You got, I'll just say it, Dartmouth, a 5.5 point favorite. They opened as low as 2.5. The total is 47 here in this one with Dartmouth and Princeton here tonight. I'll tell you right now, I've got Dartmouth. Let me make a play. Let me make a play on that one because I feel like it might be my best play out of this group of games. I like Dartmouth laying down. They're up to, like I said, 5.5 here right now. Maybe I see a 6 minus 20 at Bet Online. I'll give it out at minus 6. Probably wouldn't make my premium card. Like I said, it was as low as 3.5 here, up to 5.5 or 6 right now for Dartmouth over Princeton tonight. All right. And let's move on. We're going to go to next to the NBA. Welcome to NBA. Big card. I don't know how deep we'll get into, breaking down, preview, blah, blah, blah. Mostly sides, I feel like, for me here in the NBA tonight. We get rolling here with the Hawks on the road at the Pistons. Here we go. Let me get all the numbers going for these guys, for the NBA here. All these sports, I got to bounce around a little bit. All right. The Hawks come in with a 4-5 record here right now, 2-7 against the spread overall. Hawks bad so far to the number for sure. And for the Pistons, they come in with a 3-6 record here, and they're just 2-7. 5-4 against the spread. 3-6 overall, 5-4 against the spread. But strange bedfellows with Hawks here. The Hawks come in with a record with an over/under mark of 8-1 to the over so far for the Hawks. The Pistons are 2-7 to the under so far this season. So I don't know what to make of it here. I actually maybe prefer the over here tonight, but let's take a look at a few numbers with these teams and see if we can't find a little bit of an edge here. Like I said, I think I like the sides in a lot of these NBA games, at least for my pick here on the show. For this big card, I might be pretty light in premiums here. Maybe I was a little gun shy after what happened here last night. So the Hawks are 1-2 against the spread on the road, 2-2 for the Pistons so far against the spread at home. Hawks are in a big slump here, obviously. Not big slump. They lost 3 of their last 5 games, but Atlanta has defeated the Pistons in 5 straight games. 6 of the last 7 meetings between these two teams have gone over. I think that might be just a little bit of an edge, the fact that they have an advantage here in the season series. Last year, winning games 121-113, 130-124, 126-120. High-scoring games here between these two teams, it's felt like. Detroit has gone under, like I said, in 5 of their last 6. I'm going to take the Hawks, to win this one on the road here tonight. Let's see what you guys have here as we get moving with our NBA coverage here. Right now, I'm showing actually the Pistons have actually moved to a slight favorite here in this one, maybe a 1-point favorite. Fernando is going to lean to the over, and Bobby Mack, he's on the over as well. I got to agree with that one. 227.5. I was expecting it to go a little higher, but so far it has not. It's moved about a 1.5 higher, it feels like. I'm going to take the Hawks here in this one, my selection on the Morning Steam Show. Pelicans and Madge here. In this one, you got the Magic here, a favorite, minus 6.5. I just typed these in a few hours ago, it felt like there, but maybe they just going up here while I was sleeping. Magic here, 6.5. Up to 6.5 now. Wow. And the total 213. For this series, they have gone over in 5 straight meetings here in Orlando. We just mentioned, right, that the total got steamed to the under here. You got two teams that have been going over for sure so far this season. Let me interrupt here real quick. Keep moving the action here with Georgia State and Mississippi State right now. Let me keep bumping these in. They keep rolling in here. Oh, this is college football for this weekend. Yes, let's definitely touch on this. Clemson here right now. We know they've been a little bit of a lightning rod, it feels like. Clemson here is taking some steam in their game here this weekend. Clemson is up to a 5-point favorite now, maybe 6. I could see this one going high to. I could see this one maybe getting to 7 actually by kickoff. But right now they were 5 against Virginia Tech. It looks like it's 5.5 here or more right now. Clemson is taking steam against Virginia Tech in football action here on Saturday. All right. And also, as I said, Georgia State and Mississippi State taking steam here to the under right now in college basketball tonight. It was 149, but it's headed lower here, probably to 148 right now with Georgia State and Mississippi State tonight. Okay, back to the Pelicans and the Magic, where the Magic have gone over in their 2 home games so far this season. They've spent some time out on the road here thus far. The Pelicans are 3-1 to the over as a dog. These two teams have combined to go 12-5-1 to the over thus far, but it didn't matter for the Sharps as they came in steaming the under just as we were going on the air here. It feels like still total at 213 here right now between these two teams. So let's see what you got here. I wanted to go over because of all those overs, quite frankly, but let's see what you guys have. I don't know if the steam is going to phase me here. I kind of want to go over in this one. Let's see what you got. I'm going to start with, let's see here. Is it Robert Franklin was first up with the 213? Maybe Robert went with the over. That might have been the last game. I don't know. Jermaine, I think, is on the under here with that steam. Robert McCormick, he says he likes the Magic here in this one. I'm going to go over. I'm fading that steam actually here. Let me mark that. I want to mark that steam play down, though. And Fernando, he wants the over here as well. Terrell talking injuries. Zion, is he in? Is he out? When do we decide, right? Is it right at game time? Anyways, got that hammy. Questionable here in this one. And Jordan Hawkins also is going to be out of this game. Also, Wendell Carter out for the Magic. And we know the long-term injuries here right now. The Stars, Banchero, of course, for Orlando. And Murray, don't forget DeJounte Murray's been out here, I think, since game 1 with that hand injury. So, okay, gang, appreciate it on that one. I'll take the over here with the Pelicans and the Magic. Pacers and Hornets. Here in this one, you got the Pacers on the road, a 7-point favorite, total up to 234. Whoa, hello. Yeah, probably is going to be a high-scoring game here. Might be getting away from it at this point. I don't know if I can give out the over here. You guys are the ones cautioning me all the time. Be careful of some of this steam. And yeah, we get caught chasing some steam here on the show, certainly. This one, man, I thought this was going to be a good over here, but man, it's getting a little bit high here right now with the Pacers taking on the Hornets. Let's get to it and talk about this matchup. Let's not.
Final.
We did just pull off a pretty easy victory here. Hopefully you guys are on board with my VIP picks. Shop of all off. continues to look impressive here. You know, he can go in the tank quickly, but when he's on, right? He drubbed Lechka here 2-1. Easy winner at $1.40. Gave out a favorite there, but man, that felt like 250 here, actually, here, bigger than that with that matchup. Okay. Steam just came in though moments ago, and I'll pass it along to you over here. Rockets and Thunder. Steam just came in moments ago at 220 and a half. It was as low as 219. We're already at 221 or higher. Rockets and Thunder moving higher here just moments ago. Okay, Pacers and Hornets here. You guys are already coming in with the plays, it feels like, in this one. Let's take a look at your comments. Thank you, fam. Okay, here we go. Sorry, gang. I think Fernando's on the over. I don't know if it's this game or the last game. Here, though, is Bobby Mack. He does like the Hornets here in this one, plus the points. And Robert Franklin, however, likes the Pacers laying the points. So that might be what we got from you guys, it feels like. We'll see. Give you another minute or two. I'll go over some numbers here. Indiana's been the better cover, it feels like, so far. They are 5-3 ATS. Charlotte just 1-3-1 against the spread so far at home. And I just want to take a look at the market here real quick and see what we can do here. Charlotte, man, was as low as 5.5. Here's some college basketball steam right now with Georgia Southern and North Carolina Wilmington. This game is headed over here right now. Game number 831, 832. Georgia Southern and Wilmington, game total going over. It was as low as 149. We're already up to 151 or higher. Georgia Southern and NC Wilmington today. Also here, Pacers and Hornets. It's the Pacers that really carry that tempo here. They're already 6-2 to the over thus far, but just 3-2 to the over on the road. So the home games are way more over if here it feels like right now. Of course, 3-0 to the over at home. Charlotte is 2-6 to the under so far this season, including 1-4 to the under at home. Final. All right. I don't see anything else from you guys here necessarily in the chat. So, all right, I'll lay these points here with Indiana on the road right now, laying 7. It was, like I said, as low as 5.5, but 7 here right now. So I'll go ahead and lay it here on the show. I don't think this is going to make a premium at all. Like I said, I don't know if it's, I'm not going to say, I'm never going to be gun shy. Here, Robert Franklin is on the Pacer. Oh, we said that. Okay, let me just move on, gang. Warriors and Cavs featured attraction here, certainly tonight, man. Which team to talk about first? Is it the 7-1 Warriors? And look, even for the Warriors, I think that's pretty awesome. I don't know if we were expecting this right now. The Cavaliers come in undefeated at 9-1. This is a game worth checking out here tonight for sure between these two. For the Warriors coming in here, like I said, good. I don't know where else to start. They're 5-2 against the spread on the road, 3-0 against the spread as a dog. What can I say? They both teams have failed to cover one game each. You have Cleveland 8-1 against the spread. The Warriors 7-1 against the spread right now. So hot matchup, no doubt about it. System play. See what you guys want to do here with these two. Both teams, both kind of trending over for sure. You got the Warriors 3-0 to the over as a dog, 4-1 to the over on the road. The Cavs are 3-1 to the over at home, 6-1 to the over as a favorite here right now. A little bit more steam here, real quick. College basketball, Murray State and the Pitt Panthers here. Where's Justin? He never makes it anymore, it feels like. Murray and Pitt here taking steam to the over right now. Game number 847, 848 here with Murray State and Pittsburgh going over here right now. Wow. A little bit of surprise here, I think it feels like to me. Up to 147.5 here. So Murray State and Pittsburgh. All right, let's see what you got here with the Warriors and the Cavs. Their last meeting was on November 11th at Golden State. The Cavs got that one 118 to 110. But no meeting yet, obviously, this year. Here we go with Chosen One on the Warriors. Thomas likes the Cavs here in this one. Robert Franklin on the Warriors. Bobby Mack here on the over in this one. I agree. Fernando, though, does like the under here. All right. So I'm also going with the over here in this one at 231, 232. Here's Jermaine. He's got Draymond under his PRA. So give me the over here in this one as my play on the Morning Steam Show. All right, next up is the Bucks and the Knicks. The Knicks are a 7.5 point favorite right now, and the total 220. Ooh, this one's going lower. 224 right now in the Bucks and the Knicks. The spread might be down to 7 here with the Knicks at home against those Bucks. Get the Bucks coming in here disappointing at 2-6. The Knicks, I don't know, can we say disappointing right now at 3 wins and 4 losses, having lost a couple games in a row here right now, have the Knicks. They lost, of course, to Atlanta, 121-116 as a 7-point road favorite. They also lost to Houston by a dozen as a 2-point road favorite after winning the first 2 games of that road trip. The Knicks are just 3-4 against the spread as well. The Bucks 3-5 against the spread so far this season, man. It's been a little bit awkward here. They were supposed to be better. Maybe the Knicks have had some tough games here, certainly, but maybe we see what you guys have, and I'll make a pick as well. You have this series. The Bucks have won 5 of the last 6 meetings between these two teams, and the under has come in 5 of the last 6 meetings between these two teams at Madison Square Garden. So let's see what you guys have here. Good series here for the Bucks. Are getting a lot of points here right now because of maybe the injury situation. We know that Giannis did make a start last game, but he was on the injured list and then ended up being probable right at the game. He's not on the injured list here for this one, so does feel like that's a lot of points. You got Campaign here listed as questionable for the Knicks. Precious Achua is still out. And go ahead in the chat if you want to make any pick here in this one. It's going to be Mr. Bobby Mack's play here on Spider. And there's a Lopez under his points. Robert Franklin here says take the Bucks. Robert McCormick says take the Bucks. I've got to take the Bucks as well with these points here. Chosen One says Knicks coming back from that road trip, and you got the Bucks here on the back-to-back from last night's game, making a tricky schedule spot. You know, I took Utah yesterday on the show. Markkinen is in at the last minute. Markkinen in there. I even stepped up my play a little bit on Utah, and they got thumped. The steam came in on Utah. It didn't matter yesterday. The Bucks did a pretty good job defensively on them as well. Give me the Bucks here as my pick on the morning steam show. Next up is the Suns taking on the Mavericks. Here, the Mavericks are a favorite at home by right now just two or 2.5 anyway, but definitely worth a move here on the. I guess it's going to 2. I mean, it feels like that's the direction it's headed. The total here in this one is at up to 232.5 in this one. We've seen some action here definitely with the Suns and the Mavs, and this total headed north now of was as low as 230, I think, actually here, maybe even 229, and we're up to 232.5 here with the Suns here and the Mavericks. The Suns come in 7-1 right now. Who saw this coming? They're on a winning streak here, certainly looking pretty good. Now, the funny thing about it is they're not covering any numbers, but they are an underdog here all of a sudden to the Mavs, even though the Suns are 2-6 against the spread, despite that impressive 7-1 record. They are 1-1 against the spread as an underdog. So they're 1-5 against the spread as a favorite, but 1-1 against the spread as an underdog. So even if it doesn't reflect a great record, it's much better than their record as a favorite here, obviously. For Dallas right now, they are 3-4 against the spread as a favorite. They're 5-3 straight up. The Suns have gone over in all 3 of their games on the road, but Dallas is 2-5 to the under as a favorite. What are we going to do in this interesting game with trends, everything going back and forth, it feels like here? Like I said, the move has already been on the over kind of, but this series, 5 of the last 6 meetings between these two teams have gone under here right now. See what you guys have maybe in the chat here with this one, the Suns and the Mavs. Once played an exciting playoff series. All right, going to the chat here right now. See what you guys have. Start off with Thomas Lewis here. He is going with the Suns. Good morning to Truth Teller. Hello, Nate Cerna says those Mavs. You know what? They're not that good after all. And Chosen One says he's going to lean to the Suns. Thank you, Truth. Thank you, Truth. Thank you, brother. Markel, good morning. He says, why are you all betting the Bucks? These guys are no good. I'm just taking the points. That's all. Robert Franklin here on the under here in this one. Bobby Mack says, take the Suns first half here. And Fernando likes the over here as it moves higher, it feels like. Thank you, Terrell, for these stats. He says Booker owns these guys. Look at these numbers here, it feels like. I want to take the Phoenix Suns here as well in this matchup and take these points. So I'm taking Phoenix here on the road plus 2 points now. Probably need them to win. Okay, here we go. Next up. The Nets are going to take on the Celtics. And, of course, the Celtics are big favorites here. But remember, the Nets have been pretty awesome so far at 4-4. I say awesome because they're covering some numbers here, certainly in some of these games right now. Boston coming in 7-2. They are off a loss, remember, in that last game. Boston lost to the Warriors a couple of nights ago in that thriller. 118 to 112. Brooklyn, though, 4-4, 6-2 against the spread, 5-1 as an underdog so far. They've been money, let's just face it. Boston, they are 5-3-1 against the spread, 7-2, of course, straight up right now. No real designated, determined trends, or I don't know how you want to say it, but I will say this: Brooklyn 2-1 to the over on the road, Phoenix 2-1 to the over at home, and there's not much trend wise so far with these two teams this season, except for that little niche there, maybe. All right. Maybe you guys can chime in and help me here with Brooklyn and Boston. You got 4 out of the last 5 meetings between these two teams have gone under when they've played in Boston. Boston has beaten Brooklyn 14 of the last 15 games. I mean, I'm sure that surprises no one at this point, but Brooklyn covering numbers like nobody's business here. It feels like they feel like there's always going to be teams out there, right, that aren't performing very well straight up, but seem to get the number. That's our Brooklyn Nets. They might be the money here at this point. Let's see here what we got, if anything. Markel down on the Bucks there, talking Bucks. Truth teller. He says he might want. What do you mean? Is Truth Teller not betting any games here or what? I watched one of the shows, right? I watched one of those shows on, it's a betting show. You got an expert on there. I don't know, kind of like me, talking head, talking. He's supposed to be the betting analyst on the show. He's got his own show, right? He's like, and how we're like a month into the NHL season, right? And this is the guy on TV, the guy on the gambling channel, month into the NHL season. He says last night, yesterday I played my second NHL game of the season. This guy's on national TV. The analyst has his own show, and he's like, I played my second NHL game of the season. I'm like, what am I doing watching this man? And basically doesn't make any plays. I guess you could do that, but I don't know. Maybe I'd be better off if I didn't bet all these games too. All right, here we go. But I wouldn't have you guys. I wouldn't have a show. I wouldn't be. Here we go. Let's see here. Okay, to lean to the Nets for chosen one. I think Fernando said. Do I have this one wrong here? Let me see. 225. Thank you, Fernando. I'll update that right now, actually. 222. Wow, this one's way down, huh? Wow. Yeah, we got to fix that. Maybe that's what Truth Teller meant. He's like, I'll take under 225. Why wouldn't I? Yeah, 222 here right now. I'm on the Brooklyn Nets. I don't have to tell you guys that. We're rolling with the Nets until we give all this money back, it feels like. All right. Let's see here. Oh, Nasty Nate's here. He's going to be on the Celtics. We gotta get Nate here. Thank you for all your help all the time, Nate.
Final.
And Fernando, yes, maybe he likes the under, but now it's going lower. Robert Franklin's on Brooklyn. And Markel says, I can't get in front of this Celtics train here right now. Bobby Mack also, he's going against me here. He's got a blowout. And see, Bobby Mack and I, look, the other day, I'm like, every game I'm on with Bobby Mack. Free plays, Steam plays, premium plays. It feels like today we're not clicking. I don't know if that's great. I want to be with Bobby Mack. All right, that's going to do it. I'll take Brooklyn, though, here today. No problem. Rockets and Thunder, we already talked about that steam that came rolling in as it's gotten here higher. We know it's 221 here right now. Here for the most part, I want to say it's 222, room 222 here in this one. What was I thinking about room 222 the other day? Anybody old as I am and watched room 222 and the Mod Squad? And okay, let me update that line here. Thunder -8.5, and I'll call it 222. As this one has definitely gone higher here. There we go. There we go. Rockets and Thunder here in this one. You've got the Rockets coming in 5-3. The Thunder 7-1, living up to all the expectations here. It feels like, look, they've been good, but it feels like now this team is really getting to where they want to be with this great start. They're also 6-2 to the number here thus far for Oklahoma City. Looking great, no doubt about it. But Houston also pretty good so far, 5-3 to the number, including 2-0 as an underdog so far for Houston here in this one. These two teams definitely tend to go under here so far this season, but this total has been going higher so far. Houston is 0-3 to the under at home. OKC's 1-2 to the under. Houston 0-3 to the under on the road. OKC 1-2 to the under at home. Let's see your plays. Also, here one just came in. Miami and Denver. They're going under here. Looks like they're going under 222 in that one as well. Steam is coming in on the under in the Heat Nuggets game. We're going to talk about that one in just a moment. But let me see what, if anything, you guys have here with Houston taking on Oklahoma City. All right. And we're going to look at here. Hold on a second, gang. All right, here we go. I've got the comments coming in with let's see. Let's talk about that other game here. Here we go. Thomas Lewis wants the Rockets here in this one. And Robert Franklin's on the Rockets here plus the points. Bobby Mack is on the Rockets. Fernando's on the under here in this one. And Rockets doing a pretty good job here, but I'm going with Oklahoma City, gang. I'm laying these points here tonight. It feels like a consensus play almost, Thomas, with these. Look, we've got Thomas on it. We've got Robert Franklin on it. We've got Robert McCormick on it. But I'm going against my guys here. Terrell's got this one as a big time under here tonight. And that's one thing we're seeing from OKC, right? Playing a little bit of good D here as well. All right. Thanks, gang, for that. Man, I don't know. I feel uncomfortable. There it is. Okay, it is a consensus play, the Rockets. I'm not fading the consensus. I am now that I already made my play, but I've got to respect what Team Steam is doing. And I'll be the first. You know me. I will be saying Team Steam consensus got the better of me last night. And if I win, I'll just maybe subtly mention it. But I won't go, I like to say, hey, I lost. Truth tellers, tennis is the worst. And I can't get enough tennis. And after all, hey, look, if this doesn't work, if this handicapping thing doesn't work out for me after 35 years, I am joining the senior pickleball tour. So they're building some great high-tech courts here, apparently, and I'm going to have a pickleball career. All right, Wizards here taking on Memphis. The Wizards are 2-4 so far. Memphis right now is 5-4 coming in. Memphis is favored here by 7. By 7. What was I for? I typed these in, like I said, early last night after I got done with watching the football, listening to those guys. I was working on typing these lines in, but I put this one in as 4. Maybe it was 5. Maybe I was going off the earliest lines. It's 7 now, and the total's 231. That's up 4 points off of what I typed it in there last night with Washington and Memphis. Should have saw this one coming. It feels like now I think I missed a good number there on that over. How did I not see this one coming, it feels like? All right. For These two teams, you got, like I said, Memphis 5-4, Washington 2-4. Washington hasn't played very many road games so far. They covered their road game. Memphis here 3-2 against the spread at home. Right now for Memphis coming in, these two teams have gone under in 5 straight meetings when playing in Memphis. Also, Memphis has won 5 straight meetings at home against Washington. These teams are trending over for sure this season. They're a combined 10-5 to the over here thus far. All right, let's see what you guys have. Man, these totals, you got to get on them here. No wonder we've dropped a few. Like I said, I don't mind sending out early plays, but I like to give the closest line because I think the average player plays later, quite frankly, and I want to give you the best line of, close to game time type of thing. Let's see what your plays are here in this one tonight. I know where I'm going. I got to do it as a free play now. I mean, maybe it was going to be a premium, but I actually didn't see this move coming. Usually I'm decent anticipating the line moves here, and maybe I should have with these teams going over. I'll go over as my play. Let's see what we got. With me and Truth Teller going to be hooking up here and go play some, maybe we'll go play some poker at the South Point. All right, chosen one's on the Grizzlies here, and full game in first quarter. That's what that is. Good, Thomas. And shout out to your friend. Has he ever had a guy say hi on YouTube to him? Hopefully he's watching with you right now. Hello to Thomas's friend, just to prove that you and I are working together here. He's like, why are you what are you watching that old bald guy for? Okay, let's see here. Right, Morgan? Sometimes we put in all the work, and I think, let's see, some days I run hot, which could full time. Oh, yeah. But you know what? Sometimes we put in all that work and we don't have a great day, and then you're like, I'll just make some bets tonight. I don't have a great handicap, and then you crush the card. That's just the way it is. We know that. Robert likes Memphis here. You know what, Robert? There's no doubt that I didn't. This is going to be the play for sure. I'm pretty sure about it. It's either going to be the play or not make the card. That's how I feel with that one. All right. Thanks, guys. Good going. We're cruising here on this big NBA card. Heat and Nuggets. I was worried here, but it feels like, I don't know. You get that feeling, right? Like it's going to be a good night. And I'm like, I was worried here when the show started. Now I'm getting more confidence here as the plays come along. Okay, we just saw Miami and Denver, the steam come in on the over, so I think I'm going to have to heat this one up to 222.5 or so with the Nuggets favored in this one. They're down to about a 3-point favorite here, maybe 3.5, but the move is definitely on the heat here in this one at 3.5 or so, maybe even 3 right now. Miami coming in 3-4. Denver 5-3. Denver's won 3 in a row. Jokic is playing out of his mind already. It seems like with Jokic playing, all those games into the postseason and whatever, and then you see him, the season's over. It looks like he's having the time of his life, racing his horses and everything. And then he just comes back. The season starts up, and he looks just as good as he did, the previous season. Anyways, his numbers, what I'm getting at, his numbers are right now kind of off the charts a little bit. Looks like he's having another outstanding season already. Miami is 3-0 against the spread on the road. Denver's 1-5 against the spread as a favorite. Those numbers that can kind of be overcome here, even with the short line here a little bit. Now, these two teams have gone under in 5 straight meetings in Denver. I didn't think that steam would come in on the under, actually. I thought it was going to go over. Denver's 6-2 to the over thus far. And even though Miami has trended a little bit under here, they're 3-4 to the under, 1-2 to the under on the road. They're 2-0 to the over as a favorite. So I don't know if I trust that steam here necessarily. But all right, let's see what you guys have, if anything, here. I think I'm probably going to just prefer the side here on the show. Let's see what you guys have here in this one with Miami going up against Denver. And we're going to start with, let's see here, Robert Franklin. He is on Denver. Robert McCormick is on the under here in this one. Fernando likes under in this one now at 2. He likes that steam here in this game at 222.5. And Terrell says that here he says the Heat have not been and does not do very well against Denver. Denver really holds them down here. And maybe that's why that steam has come in. I didn't necessarily agree with the steam, and even though that series history does indicate those unders here, Denver's also won 5 straight meetings against the Heat. Did I mention that, by the way? All right. All right, gang. Well, look, it's interesting. The Heat's done a nice job. I mean, I like Spoelstra and all that, but man, this number is getting pretty low for a Nuggets team doing some pretty good work here right now with this winning streak. They beat OKC, of course, by 2 points. They were an underdog. I remember in that game against red hot OKC, and they end up winning the game. If anything, it feels like the Nuggets are almost a little bit underrated. I'm taking the Nuggets here and laying the points against the Heat at home right now. I like what the Heat's doing. I think I'm going to be on the Heat a lot. But right now, I feel like we're not giving the Nuggets quite enough credit, maybe with the 3 losses or whatever. But all right, nothing else from you guys here in this one. We'll move on. We're almost done. Trail Blazers, Timber Wolves. It almost feels like let's see, Timberwolves. Yeah, 12-point favorite. The total might be down to 220 here. I'll update it. Maybe down to 220 in this one with the Blazers and the Timberwolves here tonight. Man, big spread. Of course, I don't know. Portland's gotten some numbers here. They're 3-6 overall. Meanwhile, Minnesota 5-3 overall so far this season, but Minnesota's won 2 straight here right now. They beat Chicago, covered 9.5 on the road. They beat them by 16. They also beat up on Charlotte by 17 points, 18 points, and they were an 11.5-point favorite in that one. It's Portland, though, that's been getting the money so far. They're 5-3-1 against the spread, all of them as an underdog. 3-1-1 against the spread on the road. Minnesota just 1-3 so far against the spread at home, if anything. So they've been laying too many points. And the Blazers, give them some credit. They've been covering some numbers. Minnesota, though, has won 6 of the last 7 meetings here at home against Portland and 5 of the last 6 overall, but they've been the better team. We know that. The series has gone under in 4 of the last 5 games between these two teams. And we'll take a look at your picks here in this one between Portland. Portland and the Wolves. There we go. I'll go to the chat and see what you have with Thomas is going to start us off. He's on Portland. And he's also on the over here. SK's here. Nice to have SK. He says, take the Clippers. Hey, I'll be previewing that game next. So we're going to find out what my thoughts are. But it's your thoughts that count more, in my opinion. All right. And Markel said if you got last night, Grizzlies -4 in that one. Game we previewed already. Back to back here, says Terrell, of course, with the Blazers last night. They did fail, right? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, because we took them on the show, if I'm not mistaken. We took the Blazers last night in that game against San Antonio. The Wolves, of course, I told you, got it done. All right, Truth Teller talking about that Suns game back there. Thank you. No problem. You can always mention any time. Truth Teller, any game. Robert here is on the under in this one with Portland and Minnesota here tonight. All right. Sharps are definitely on Portland. I don't know if I trust them, but Robert's going to be on them here. It's just such a big number, and they've been getting it done. I mean, it's been Portland getting the money, right? No doubt about it. And Rise and Grind says Gravy Bets here today. I'm going to take the Portland Trailblazers plus all those points. They've been doing a nice job here, it feels like, despite what happened there last night. But there was some points scored, no doubt about it, last night. And Portland just won 3-1 to the under so far on the road. I'll take Portland here in this one. All right. A couple more here. We asked about the Clippers and the Kings in this one. You got the Kings favored by 7 now. And the total here is down to 223. That's down a point here thus far. Kings -7 and 223. The Kings did take some widely reported steam here to kind of move up to -7 in this one. The Kings come in 5-3. The Clippers are 4-4 thus far. The Clippers have won 18 of the last 21 meetings between these two teams in Sacramento. Also, right now, Clippers 2-0 against the spread on the road. The Kings are 3-1-1 against the spread as a favorite so far this season. Both teams kind of trending under. Yeah, the Clippers 0-2 to the under on the road. The Kings are 1-2 to the under at home. Let's go ahead and get your plays here in this one with the Kings and the Clips tonight. With got to take these dogs here a little bit. That's what I'm saying tonight, maybe here. Some steam coming in. This is in the NHL with the Minnesota Wild here tonight on the road against the Ducks. That's the first we've seen here on the show on some reported steam. It looks like the Wild might be headed to a $2 favorite here tonight right now as I jot that down. Wild taking the steam here right now. We'll get to the NHL in just a moment. All right, Jermaine likes the under, and Robert McCormick here kind of likes that steam here a little bit with the Kings there at home against the Clippers here tonight. I don't know if I can disagree with that. In fact, that's my play. I'm on the Kings here, laying the points now that it's 7, right? Yeah, I'll agree with Robert. I was kind of hanging out, maybe going to make that a premium, but I think I'll just go with it on the show. I do think I like the total here, but again, the movement hasn't been too swift so far. All right, let's move on. I got one more. Oh, here we go. Markel likes the Clips. Thanks, you guys. Last one is the Phillies here. And, the chosen one, talking about Morant there tonight for the Grizzlies. Yeah, I think we saw that a little bit here with Ja. I think it was out last night. They ruled him out of this game for there it is right there. Chosen one, talking about Ja Morant. Sorry, I buried the lead there on that with the injuries, but I should have mentioned because Morant was out I think yesterday I was watching Mikey Money when that news came across yesterday about late afternoon here, about 3 o'clock or so, that said he would be missing the game. So, all right, here we go with the Lakers and the Sixers here tonight.
Steam playing.
Little college basketball steam pass along to you right now. Stanford here, game number 8, 17, 8, 18. This game goes off at 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific. Stanford is taking steam. They were as low as 13, but now that looks like they're going to be 15 or more against the Fullerton Titans. That sounds like a better baseball game than a basketball game, Stanford and Fullerton. Anyways, Kuzma's also out of that game for Washington here still. Kyle Kuzma's going to miss today as well. All right. Sixers and Lakers here. I know we're all over the place today, but bear with me with all these sports going on. We love it. Philadelphia has beaten the Lakers in 7 of the last 8 meetings right now. Philadelphia has had the Lakers number here for sure of late. Lakers doing a pretty good job. They're 3-0 against the spread at home so far, although they've been an underdog a few times in there. Philadelphia is just 2-5 against the spread so far right now. They haven't looked too good. Now the news, of course, why the Lakers are such a big favorite because of Embiid currently serving that suspension right now. And, of course, Maxey also out. Remember, he left the last game with a hamstring injury. Anthony Davis is upgraded to probable here. Hachimura, I think he'll play. He's questionable with an illness here in this one. Dalton Connect, he will be in as well. He's got a jaw injury. But Lakers, just a big favorite here in this one. That doesn't feel like they're to be trusted, but the Sixers might have some issues here tonight, despite their series dominance here. Let's see what you guys have here. Both of these teams have been steady overs here thus far. In fact, the Sixers are 4-1 to the over as an underdog. The Lakers are 3-1 to the over as a favorite. But look at the total here. It's up to what's down to 221.5. I thought it would be an under here. That's the way the direction's going. But these two teams have been going over. But again, no Embiid, no Maxey. Makes it kind of tough, it feels like. And the Lakers feel like a team that, totally will not be a good home favorite in this role, it feels like. But we do have some support here. Oh, Kelly's here. Great. Thank you, Kelly. Hi. Talking about that Clippers series here. I think she's saying the series history there, right? Between the Clippers and the Kings. I might have a premium on that one, Kelly. All right. Lakers here for Jermaine. I think Fernando's going over in this one. Nate also on the Lake Show. Nate also said Stanford first half on that college game. Markel says Lakers. Robert McCormick says Lakers here. I get it. I mean, they should take care of business against these guys. I just feel like the Lakers are that team, right? When they're expected to be. I mean, they haven't been big favorites too often over the last couple of years, it feels like. Unless it's really a mismatch. All right. Lakers team total over here for Terrell, and Robert McCormick says he likes LeBron here on. I'll take the Lakers here in this one. I agree. I think these injuries might be a little bit too much right now. Everybody's with Embiid out and Maxey was in. They were kind of like, hey, watch Maxey now. This is going to be kind of the theme here. You'll have Maxey going off, but now you got no Maxey here. Kelly says it's an ESPN game, and we're going to be bummed out because we're not going to be having a great game here, I guess, tonight. All right. That's going to do it for NBA. So let's move on here to the NHL real quick. Then we'll go over college basketball, probably just the picks because we've been here already. It's 11 o'clock already. And let's go to this NHL card tonight. Anybody see Jason Robbins of DraftKings on yesterday on the Financial Channel. He was whining about DraftKings losing $250 million to the players. I don't know. That sounded a little bit like one thing. It was Jim Cramer. If you know who this guy is, but he said he was talking about customers loving parlays. I didn't hear the CEO talking about how 80% of DraftKings profits come via parlays. He was talking about the $250 million loss that the players had won, and it could be true. It was, maybe it was a good run for the players. All right, here we go. Some steam came in on, let's see here. UL Monroe and Tulane, game total over right now. It was 153. We're seeing steam to the over here right now with Monroe and Tulane going to 153.5, 154 or higher. All right, let's pull up the goalie computer. Let's talk a few NHL games and make a few picks here today with the 4-game card here, starting with the Red Wings and the Maple Leafs with Lyon here in goal. Let me make sure these Lyon and Stolars here. Lyon is confirmed as the goalie here in this one for the Wings and the Leafs. The widely reported steam already came in on the under in this game. It's probably 6 flat right now, not 6 shaded to the over. So let's just bump it down here with the Maple Leafs. Yeah, they're probably $1.80, maybe $1.85 or $1.90 here in this one coming in. All right. For the Red Wings here, they come in 6-5-1. The Maple Leafs 7-5-2 overall right now. If anything, it does feel like that's okay for the the Red Wings, and maybe for the Maple Leafs a little bit of underachieving, but maybe we were down on the Maple Leafs here a little bit coming into the season at this time. But Stolar's done a pretty nice job, it feels like, here right now for Lyon. He's got a 2.78 goals against, 2-3, a record here. The Red Wings have won the last 2 games. They've given up just 2 goals, but Talbot was in goal in those games. Lyon comes in here tonight. The Red Wings do play on Saturday. So Lyon, good numbers, a 91.5% save percentage so far, but he was getting torched a little bit of late, so Talbot came in and kind of stemmed the tide. For the Leafs, it looks like Stolars will be in there at 2.12 goals against and a 92.5% save percentage so far for Stolars. He's done a nice job here for the Maple Leafs. The former Duck comes in here and does a nice job so far for the Leafs. All right, for these 2 teams coming in, you do have Detroit pretty much doing well in the heads-up series. They've won 4 out of the last 5 meetings between these 2 teams and covered the puck line in all 5 of those games. So Red Wings have enjoyed this matchup here a little bit of late. Let's see what you guys have in the chat here with the Red Wings taking on the Leafs. Friday night NHL. Go to the chat here. Here we go. And we've got, there it is. Kelly says it right there. Detroit plays Toronto very, very well. Thank you, Kelly. Yeah, I agree with that. No doubt. All right. And that might be, let me take a look here. Steady, man, the Sharps are really on the under here in this one. We mentioned that move here a little bit as well. What is the Red Wings here? Oh, Kelly said take them plus 1.5. Let me see, though. That probably minus $1.55, huh? That's not too bad here. I mean, the Leafs are a $2 favorite after all. I agree, Kelly. Give me the Red Wings here. I'll take them plus a goal and a half at minus $1.55 or so. Red Wings off a pair of victories here of late. They beat Chicago, of course. They beat Buffalo as well. They were favored in both those games. So I'm going to try the Red Wings here in this one. Toronto's 2-4-1 to the under at home, and Detroit 2-3 to the under on the road. The Steam came in on the under, and the total here, as listed on the screen right now, is at 6 on a pretty steady move to the under there. Okay. All right. I think that's good. Oh, here we go. A few more comments. Robert does like the under here. Yeah, I think I do too. Here, probably going to be. I don't know. I think I still do like the under despite the move. I want to send it out. College football steam right now as we continue on with the show. We've got Iowa State and Kansas here. We're seeing this one go under right now. It was 50. I'm sorry. This one going over. It was 50. And we're seeing steam right now. Iowa State and Kansas probably going up to 51.5 or higher here at this time. All right. Doge says, look, the Wings are scoring goals. Here, what does it say? Wings scoring at least 4 goals in all 4 of those wins in those games. Interesting. Okay. Maybe I think is Kelly saying put that Red Wing puck line in a parlay there at minus 155? Okay, here we go. And yeah, we didn't actually recap the hockey too much there. Let's see what Robert's saying there with some of those numbers. The Hurricanes with that sweat against Pittsburgh. I think I had a couple of pushes in there, right? Yesterday on premiums. Buffalo and Islanders and Senators, I think, landed on 6. As Utah and St. Louis landed on 6. Oh, well. Okay, here we go with the Pens and the Caps. The Caps are $1.70 favorite here. It looks like for the most part, maybe a little lower. I'm showing actually Bovada up to Bovada's $1.85. Bet Online's $1.68. Circa's $1.63. I don't even have a line up there. So let me. What am I doing? I don't have a line for the next. I'm gonna call $1.75. That sounds like a nice round number. Total 6.5, maybe shaded to the over here. There we go. Thomas always likes when I type in the line here. Okay, for the Capitals here in this one, they come in at this point 9-3. What a season so far! They've got Lindgren in here, one of the top goalies right now for sure. It feels like in the league here. Charlie Lindgren, 2.69 goals against, 89.5% save percentage. The numbers actually wouldn't indicate that Lindgren is dominant, but Washington here on a pretty good run, no doubt. They beat Nashville last time out as a favorite. Lost to Carolina, but won before that against Columbus, Montreal, against the Rangers. Like I said, they're 9-3, 7-1 at home. Meanwhile, Pittsburgh, they are let's see, what are they? 5-8. I want to get the record exactly right here. 5-8-2, 6-9 against the spread so far this season. On the road, they've been pretty bad. We know that so far. Pittsburgh 6-9 on the puck line. These two teams have combined to go 14-10 to the over thus far. Capitals are 8-4 on the puck line with that 9-3 record. They've done a nice job here for sure. 6-2 on the puck line at home. 3-1 is a puck line favorite for the Caps. Pittsburgh has won 4 of the last 5 meetings here in Washington and covered the puck line each time. They were a dog, I believe, a couple of times. Let me see here in the season series. They won at Washington last April, 4-1, and Pittsburgh won Washington won 6-0 at Pittsburgh back in March. Okay, nothing from you guys here. It looks like in the comments. Are we broken here? Or is it just kind of a tough game with the Caps and the Pens? Series history definitely says Penguins here. I'm expecting Blomqvist here in this one in goal. He has a 2-4 record with a 3.46 goals against average and a 91% save percentage here thus far. So, all right. See what you guys. Here comes a couple of comments here. At least can help me out. Fernando does like the under here. Robert McCormick is on the Penguins here. On the Penguins here in this one. Robert Franklin is on the Red Wings here as well. All right. Man, I feel like this is a tough one for me here, especially. What do I have the total at on the screen? Because it is 6.5. Yeah, 6.5. All right, maybe this is my money line dice play of the game here because Pittsburgh on the puck line is plus 1.5 minus $1.60. That's what I'll take again. I'm going a little chalky here, but I'm going to take the Penguins and add the goal and a half here in this one against the hot Capitals.
Steam play.
All right. Let's see here. Robert Franklin also liked Washington first period. Thank you, Robert. Here we go. The Golden Knights are taking on and I got no line again. What was I doing last night? Those guys I'll tell you what. I want to say this about the show last night with the guys, the companion show for the NFL. I wish more of you could or make time to watch. I don't know how these guys don't have 10,000 viewers, to be quite honest. Maybe because they're, my buddies. They make me laugh, and I'm cracking up watching them. But they were going off the rails, and it was hilarious last night. I don't know why they don't have more people watching. Anyways, here we go. Golden Knights minus $1.40-ish. And the total here is about 6/20, it feels like right now with the Golden Knights and the Kraken here in this one. For the Knights here right now, they are 1-6 to the under in the last 7 games against the Kraken. When these two teams meet, it's almost always an under here right now. The widely reported Steam. Oh, let me see. No, I don't think I do have any Steam here in this one. Okay, no problem. Golden Knights, though, come in here with a record of 9-3-1, of course, so far on a 2-game winning streak here right now. They beat Edmonton. They beat Utah last 2 games. They are just 1-3, though, on the road so far this season. And Seattle, though, here slumping just 3-6-1, I think, in the last 10 games overall. Vegas 9-3-1 to the over, 7-2-1 to the over as a favorite. Seattle 2-4 to the under. Here comes some steam, gang, in college basketball. We're going to keep true to our word and keep interrupting here, but get these moves to you in a timely fashion. Indiana, Purdue, Fort Wayne, IPFW going over with Central Florida here. The total was 149, but it's going to be 150.5. It looks like, at least here right now, with Fort Wayne and Central Florida. Central Florida, double-digit favorite. They should win by double digits, I would think, against Fort Wayne, but the total is moving over here right now. Okay, Golden Knights and Kraken. Let me hear from you in the chat. We got here Robert. Let's see. I don't know I think it was this game. I think it was this game here for Robert Franklin going under here. Fernando says too much OnlyFans. I think, is that what that says? Too much OF here. Maybe I'll have my picks on OnlyFans. Okay, Robert Franklin says, give me the Knights on the puck line. And then I could Hope Bet MMA guy, though, doesn't go to look at my picks on OnlyFans. Okay, Robert says, give me the Knights here in this one. I think we got a manageable number, it feels like, finally, with the Knights on some of these, on this game here a little bit. All right. So I'm going to grab the under. I mean, this is obviously an under series, and that's what I like here in this one. Give me the under here. I'm kind of teetering between both of these two picks, actually, either under or the Knights. So probably send out the Knights later on, though. I'll take the under as my pick here at 6/20. I feel like I'm 50-50. Could have went either way. All right. Oh, one more here, and with the Wild taking on the Ducks.
Steam playing.
Oh, how appropriate. Okay, you got the Wild here. We already said they took the widely reported steam just moments ago at minus 200 or so. Now, here's some college basketball steam for you to consider. Game number 857, 858. Arkansas State and Alabama. This one was 167. Forget about it. It's 170, I think, right now at some spots. At least 169.5. Arkansas State and Alabama taking steam to the over here right now in this one, going big time over here. Arkansas State and Alabama heading north of 170 possibly here with some steam. All right, the Wild and the Ducks. Here you got Minnesota's won 15 of the last 16 meetings between these two teams, including 5 straight here in Anaheim. This series has gone under in 5 of the last 6 meetings. It's also gone under in 7 of the last 8 meetings between these two teams in Anaheim. So this one is a firm trends both ways, especially for Minnesota. 9-2-2 right now. They are 6-1 on the road thus far for Anaheim. 2-7 as an underdog so far. I gotta update that line. If it's $2, I mean, you can't leave 175 up there. There we go. Call it minus 200 here right now, and I'll say 6 under 15. We've seen the move here to the under. I'll take the Wild here and lay a goal and a half. They're playing so good right now. It feels like are the Wild. They came in. They beat up on San Jose. I know it's a back-to-back. They played San Jose last night. Impressive win, 5-2. There, I believe the score was. Yeah, and we gave out the over here on the show last night. We did lose that other late game, though. We took the Kings. We did go under on the show, but the final was 4-2. Probably pushed for a lot because the steam came in on the over, and it was 6 mostly, even though I think we gave it out at 5.5 on the show, actually. So, okay. But for me, I'm going to take the Wild in this one. See what you guys have here. And it is... Here we go. Kelly says, take the Ducks. They've been doing a nice. You know what? The Ducks have done an okay job here. It feels like I'm not down on them necessarily here at this point. They just don't play. They play better against weaker competition. I mean, that could go for anybody. But Robert Franklin here on the Wild, and he's also on the under here. Cal Bear says, take the Ducks in this one on the puck line. Nate says, take the Wild, first period money line. And Robert says, I like the over here tonight in this one. And like I said, this has been a solid under here in the series. He did say take it down to 5.5 there. So that's fair. Oh, thank you, Kelly. She said take a player prop there with Troy Terry. There, gotcha. Okay. There it is. Thank you, Kelly. Appreciate it. That's it for the hockey. 4 games there. We got to keep it rolling. We're going to go to basketball here. I don't know how we're going to get it done. We gave you a bunch of steam. Like I said, hopefully that's a good part of the show. Here's some college football move coming in right now. in action this week with Ole Miss. So let's take note of this one. Ole Miss is taking steam right now in that big game against Georgia. You kind of like Ole Miss, don't you, in that game? I don't know if I'm going to give it out. I don't know if I'm going to give it out at all, but I'm probably going to bet Ole Miss. I don't know if it's strong enough here because Georgia was a more considerable favorite, right? I think Georgia opened some places as high as 6.5. I think in general, Georgia opened about 4, but right now they're taking Ole Miss again. This thing's going to be 2. It feels like they took Ole Miss plus 3. I feel like it's going to go down to 2. I don't know, man. I like Ole Miss, I think, there. Okay. A little bit more steam here. Gave out. Appreciate you joining me here on the show. Also, I've got a steam move in college basketball right now. Montana and Oregon just got steamed to the over. It was 150 here for the most part, I felt like, on the openers, but we're heading like to 151.5 at least here, if not higher, right now with Montana and Oregon steamed here to the over right now in Montana and Oregon. All right. Cam Norrie with the win. Should have sent that on the VIP. I won it for a 1, but 6-2 and 7-6. Kicking myself. Okay, let's get going here on a few more steam moves that came in while we were on hockey. I'm sorry. Let's get rolling with the not steam moves. My plays here in the hockey. Also want to mention here we're on Kinwin Zhang as a premium play here, minus 3 games against Barbara Krachkova. Zhang win the first set 6-3, up ahead here in the second set 3-1. She's looking absolutely terrific in this event here right now. Also we also gave out Medjedovic. Hope I get that guy's name right. Medjedovic against Laszlo Deher. We gave that one out. I'd say we're on a roll right now in tennis, one of those rolls that I can get on in tennis. So make sure you get the pick there over at the Winnable app. But we already won with Shapovalov. We're winning here, it looks like, with Kinwin Zhang. She's dominating this match. And Medjedovic against Laszlo Deher. Medjedovic won the first set 6-2, and they're in the second set right now. Coming up in 30 minutes or so, Sabalenka and Goff. Who do I have? Find out on the Winnable app. Thanks, Thomas. See you later. He says there it is. Our consensus play was on the Houston Rockets today. Thank you, Thomas. You're excused. See you tomorrow, my friend. Thank you. All right, make sure I get that one. The Houston Rockets. Oh, that's right. We disagreed. All right, I put a lot of college games in, but I talked for so long that I don't know if we can get all these plays out. Let's just go down the list here. I put this one up. It's a decent matchup, certainly, but the fact that it's also it's an early game here. This is at 1 p.m. Eastern and 10 a.m. Pacific, with Gardner-Webb taking on NC Charlotte. These are going to be probably just plays here, gang. We're not going to have a lot of analysis here. It feels like in this one, I like Gardner-Webb plus the points. I don't think it's 4.5 though anymore. It is 2. It's +2 right now. I'm taking Gardner-Webb here against NC Central. It was 4.5. I better update that in case somebody watches later on. All right, there we go. 2 and 143. My play is on Gardner-Webb. Obviously, some other people like it here as well. I was just going to see, maybe it got steamed, but I've got so many tabs open. I'm an open tab kind of guy. I know that's a little bit old school. All right, we'll just move on. I just want to see if this one got officially steamed, whatever the case may be. It's obviously up 2 2.5 points here. Let me just move on. We got so many games to look at that I put up here. Michael Jimenez, hello and thank you. Appreciate it. Look at this. Michael Jimenez here with me on Gardner Webb. Take him on the money line. We don't hear from Michael too often. Appreciate you, Michael, for being a part of the chat all-stars. He says down to 1.5 here right now. So, hey, I think we're on the right one here. Let's take Gardner Webb in this one. How about this? How about Temple taking on Monmouth? This one will be in Trenton, New Jersey here today with Temple and Monmouth here in this one. This one looks like it's been back and forth, but I want Temple here right now. It looks like Temple. Look, I have them listed as 3. Am I taking the steam here today? Looks like I am. Temple's up to 5.5 since we've been on the air here. It feels like. Give me Temple at -5.5. It feels like right now I'm giving out some big moves here. I'll be chasing some steam on the show in this one. Oops, wrote it down on the wrong team here. You fool. Give me Temple here in this one at -5.5 now. And the total 148. I've got Temple here in this one -5.5 now against Monmouth. Like I said, we're going over these quickly. We're going to wrap up the show. Get more plays. There's a huge college basketball card. I'm going to give you some plays right now. And hopefully, hey, if you want to get more plays from me here. Oh, thank you. Thanks. Okay. Darn it. Darn it, Michelangelo. You know, I'm desperate for more viewers. So I get excited. All right.
Steam play.
All right. Hey, a little more steam here right now. Edwardsville and Illinois. This is game number 861, 862. It was 156. It's probably 157 right now over Edwardsville and Illinois, taking some steam right now here in this one with Edwardsville and Illinois over 157. All right, get back to the games I'm talking about today. My favorite games, if you will. We talked about the steam on this one, I think, already, right? With Boston College and VCU. So I better update it. VCU here is a 10-point favorite, and the total 140.5. This also a little bit of a neutral site game, as I said, at Annapolis, Maryland. There we go. VCU and Boston College here today. So, yeah, this one neutral site game. And there we go. All right. And I'm on BC here in this one, plus 10 points right now. Like I said, steam on the under here. I'm not sure on the total. I don't know if it's going to make my card. Let me just take Boston College here, plus 10 points. It was 11. It's now 10. I'll take them. All right. Robert says that Temple game now that they are they're minus. I get you though, Robert. They are -6. Just probably hit the wrong keystroke there. But the Temple now 6. Yeah, they're pretty hot here. VCU go. Michelangelo going against me here. He's got VCU to rock here in this one. No problem. Thank you, Michelangelo. I'm also looking at South Florida. Let me give a steam play out here just in moments ago with added board game here. Number 535, 536 Howard at Missouri. Howard's been in the news for different reasons. They're going under here at 153.5 in the game between Howard and Missouri. The steam is coming in on the under. I like this one maybe all the way down to 1. This one could go to 151 the way I'm seeing it on my analysis right now. No pick or anything, but I think this one's going lower. The steam is already on. Howard and Missouri game total under. South Florida and Charleston here in this one, 829, 830 here. And in this one, yeah, I've got Charleston here. Let me see. No, I've got the total, I think, in this one. I'm going with what is it, 155? I think it's moved. Let me look at it real quick. I'm going a lot of these off my ratings with this big card. Oh, 155, still 155 and a half at Bovada here. Okay. Hold on with me, folks, here in this one. I'm gonna go. There's been some movement here with the under. Give me the under. South Florida and Charleston, 155 here. Samford and Cornell in this one, and you got Cornell favored here by one, it feels like. We're getting some rapidly changing numbers, that's for sure. Here, Samford is favored now. Here, the Bulldogs, they are favored by 1.5. Let's flip flop it. And that seems appropriate. I think Samford here probably pretty good, but I think I'm going to look at the total here in this one. Man, 165 here with Samford and Cornell. Let me peek at this one here on the line moves here for sure, because I think I want to be right now on the under in this one at 165. I get it. It's probably going to be close to 160, but I'm going to go under in a close game. I'm going to say it goes under here if it's going to stay close. So I'll take under as my play between Sanford and Cornell here. Let's see. I think I got a few more plays here in this one. Robert Franklin says South Florida is the dog. Yeah, they're the dog in that game against College of Charleston. Michelangelo says South Florida plus 5.5. Robert Franklin also says, you know what? Give me South Florida then if they're the dog. Let me keep it going here right now, gang. I want to get you guys out of here. We got 50 of you here still hanging on for some college basketball picks. Massachusetts and West Virginia, the widely reported steam already came in on the over in this one. We mentioned it here a little while ago, and I'm showing right now the total is still about 153. Maybe there's been some buyback here in this one, actually, between Massachusetts and West Virginia. Maybe that'll allow me the opportunity to play this one as my play. Let me see here. 837, 838. What right now, 9.5, 153.5. We'll just leave that line up there. It's pretty close here anyway. I don't like that steam, man. I've got the under here as my play. Massachusetts and West Virginia. I'm going to go under one. I'll call it 153 here. It was as high as 155.5 at Bovada. So I don't think I'm getting the best of this number. I'll take it as a free play. Give me the under Massachusetts and West Virginia. This is a nice card today. Michelangelo here said Jake Samford in that other game. Hey, we got a big one tonight for sure. Just might as well play North Carolina and Kansas on a Friday night in November. Why not? A little bit of breaking news here right now. We know that Austin Matthews has been in and out of the lineup a little bit right now. We're getting word right now that Matthews will need to miss another game tonight against Detroit. We already gave out the Red Wings here, remember, as our pick. Also, the steam did come in on the under in that game. Austin Matthews will miss tonight here against Detroit. He is ruled out of the game here right now. All right, this is a good game here, North Carolina and Kansas. No doubt about it. Talk about Blue Bloods here in this one. We got it tonight. It almost feels like the featured attraction on the card and all the sports together, right? Anytime these two teams are going to get together, should be pretty good game here tonight. So feels like a tough one, though, actually, here in this one. I think I prefer Kansas, even though they're laying the points here. And it is 7.5 and 160. I am going to take Kansas here. I think they're healthy and everything with, like we said, Dickinson was out there, or was supposed to be questionable. I think this one's fine. Give me Kansas. Here is my play. I will lay these points as my pick here on the show. But good game tonight here, obviously, with these two. And Michelangelo says easy win right here. Thanks, Michelangelo, for these awesome college basketball plays for helping out here. Robert Franklin's got a play there. Davidson and Bowling Green game to go under. Thank you, Robert. Yeah. Hey, if you have a game on a big card like this, if you got something you want to put on screen here with me, please do so with me right now. All right. Because I got plenty of games. I got about 5 or 10 more here, I think, that I'm going to look at here and try to get you out of here in the next few minutes if you want to stick around. Murray, we're looking at the biggest games on the board, it feels like, here tonight, at least the way I've looked down the card and picked these games. Pittsburgh, though, is an 11-point favorite. Total down to 145.5 here. No, it's up to 148. Wow, really? Is this one going to be a high-scoring game? I didn't think it would be. I'm going to have to reassess the total here. It's 12.5 on the side. I was thinking under, and while sometimes I might say, "Hey, look at the value here," there, but now I'm not so sure. Let me reevaluate the total. Maybe I'm going to pivot to the side here. It is up to 12.5 with Pittsburgh favored in this one. Game number 847, 848. And that's a pretty big move. I was going to probably take Pittsburgh let me get Pittsburgh out as my play. At 11, I liked Pittsburgh. At 12.5, I'm going to move it to the show here and take Pittsburgh tonight to roll. I'll take Pitt over Murray State. Steam play right now in college basketball. It's Harvard and Navy. This one is going over. What? Oh boy. I might be a big winner tonight, or I might be a big loser. I thought this would be a lower scoring game, but right now I'm seeing the total moving higher here in Harvard and Navy. 138 is becoming 139 right now. A little bit of steam coming in for sure. Harvard and Navy kind of going against my play here, it feels like right now. All right, can't beat them all, but we could try. Move on to another game here. Thank you, Michelangelo. Thank you. He definitely likes Pitt. Okay, we're seeing it the same way. All right, got to mention Iona here in Hofstra. Like I said, I mentioned Hofstra took the steam here. They are actually up to a 4.5-point favorite. I did not like that. I thought Iona would be the team here. It's 145 or 4.5, and now 147 here with Iona and Hofstra. This is game number 849, 850 here. I wanted to take Iona, but I'm going to have to wait now here. It feels like I don't know if I like this game at all, quite frankly, here. But if it is 147, I'm going to take the under as my play. This might be my least confident play here. I was going to talk about the side, but that steam I want to reevaluate. My play will be on the under here. This wasn't going to go premium, but I'll take under 147 here in this one. As we roll along, looking at the best games in college basketball today, I've got Furman and Belmont loaded up to take a look at here in this one in game number 855, 856 here with Belmont. Maybe down to a 2.5-point favorite or so. The total here, about 158.5 here. It feels like right now the Sharps are kind of going two-way action here at this point. I figure this one could be a pretty high-scoring game. It opened maybe 155-ish, I want to say right now. Lost my spot. There we go. Opened about 155.5 here. Now it's all the way up to 158. I don't. Eh, yeah, I'm going to go over still here. No value. Already lost a 3-point difference. It feels like here. I'll try the over here. I think Furman and Belmont. Yeah, for sure. Give me it at 158. Not getting the best of it. That's for sure here. And let's see here. Brandon the Great here today. He says, any college is that college touchdowns? You want some tutties here? Maybe I can give out some tutties here, but let me finish up I don't know. We're getting late. It's pretty long on this show, my friend. There. Michelangelo did say Iona, so that makes me feel good there a little bit. Okay, Yale and Illinois Chicago. Here you got Yale favored on the road, -6.5 or so. And the total here, I think we've seen some movement here actually. 6.5 and 139, down to 139 in this one with Yale and Illinois Chicago. Oh, I think we did mention the steam here on the show, right? With Yale and Illinois Chicago moving down here 2 points from 141, officially 2 points now. We were saying at the time, right, it'd be 140.5, 140, and now we're obviously down here to 139 between Yale and Illinois Chicago here. I think I'm gonna stay away from the side here and give me the under here. I like this steady move. It's at 139 right now. I'll take the under with Yale and Illinois Chicago. Steam coming in right now with Maryland, Baltimore College, and Penn State. The steam is coming in here on the over in this one with Illinois Chicago. I'm sorry. What did I just say? Penn State and Maryland, Baltimore County. It's at Penn State. The steam coming in here, Maryland, Baltimore County, and Penn State over 163. They're probably going up to 164 or higher here. UMBC and Penn State. Okay, we're getting a lot of information anyway. Hopefully the plays will be decent enough here. Arizona State and Santa Clara, actually one of the better games of the night for sure. Here as we kind of move to the late West Coast action tonight, even though this one is 8:30 Eastern and 5:30 Pacific time. Game number 865, 866 here with Arizona State and Santa Clara. This one is being played 5 minutes away from me here in Henderson, Nevada. And for me, look, the steady move has been on the over here in this one from the Sharps for sure. Kind of like Santa Clara as my pick, but man, it's up to 4.5 or so, and one. Make sure that line is right. 4.5 and 151. I'm showing right now Santa Clara is up to 5. Both teams coming in right now at 1-1. All right. Oh gosh. I think I've lost my tabs here with my plays. Oh my gosh. All right. The show could be over if my this is the new. Oh, there we go. All right. Let me see what's going on here. We might have, let me see here. I got to check one thing out here. All right. We have breaking, it's not breaking news. I didn't know this actually, but so right now, I just want to mention this, right? I guess this is news from yesterday, but it's just been brought to my attention here. Texas A&M Commerce has changed its name yesterday, effective immediately, to East Texas A&M University. So from now on, we're going to refer to Texas A&M Commerce as East Texas A&M. That's effective immediately. So we have to do it. We have to go with what they say. We can make fun of it or whatever, but that just came out a little bit of news they just brought to my attention here. The line service said it so officially. I was like, what? Is that just, did we have it wrong this whole season and it changed in the off season? I know we've talked Commerce one time already. So, all right. East Texas A&M University. They both say Texas A&M, so but it does differentiate a little bit, doesn't it? Rather than just Texas A&M Commerce, where because I also had trouble because you remember you have Corpus Christi too. Don't forget. All right, here St. Peter's and UMass Lowell is taking steam here right now to the under here. St. Peter's and Lowell under 136. We're seeing some steam right now here in that one. There's Commerce. They're playing. Interestingly, Texas A&M. Well, I'm sorry. East Texas A&M University is playing Texas A&M. The big Texas A&M today. The line is 32 and 143, but we might have to buy a vowel, or I don't know. All right. Anyways, St. Peter's here and Lowell under 136 right now. It was 138. It's going to be 135 and a half. This one's been going lower here for sure. What a show. I'm not quite done. Hope you're having fun. Still got 50 of you here. Listen to me talk about East Texas A&M University. All right. Michelangelo said he likes Santa Clara here. Maybe I can make a pick in this game, huh? All right. Where did I leave off with this game is what I'm wondering. Let me go back to it here. All right. Give me the over here in this one with Santa Clara. What is it right now? 152 or so. I'll take it over here with Arizona State and Santa Clara here tonight here in Henderson. I got a couple more here for you. More plays tonight on this huge card. Duquesne. Hopefully these are the good games. Princeton and Duquesne. Princeton, a 5.5 point favorite here against Duquesne. Really? This one's in Trenton, New Jersey. So still Princeton going to be, a little bit favorite, a little bit of home team here, I would think, against Duquesne coming in. Total 146.5 here in this one. Game number 867, 868 here. And let's see. Yeah, you know what? I am gonna take Princeton actually over Duquesne. Minus 5.5, I guess it is right now. Give me Princeton here against Duquesne. That Santa Clara game is definitely moving to 5 here right now as I see it. Okay. Now this game right here is at Princeton minus 6 here currently right now. 5.5 or 6. Well, South Point's at 5. Just give me Princeton here in this one. Steam play coming in right now. College basketball. Game number 891 and 892. It's the last game on the board here with Bradley and Washington State. The total is being steamed right now to the over in this one with Bradley and Washington State. I was going to preview this one. This is my play on the over. I better give it out now because it's going higher. Bradley and Washington. Wow, look at this. When I typed it in, it was 151. So, yeah, I better just make it my free play here on the show at 154. I like the over. It's at 155 now in this one. All right, I'll just take over. I've missed 4 points because I want to do a show with you guys every day, and I want to wait until the morning. Maybe we're going to start doing the show at night so we can at least beat some of these line moves. Here's the line. Here's the move. There it is. Bradley and Washington State. I'll take the over. Washington State, I flip-flopped the line. They've moved to the favorite here at -1.5. I know we're going fast, gang. We've been here a long time here. George, these are the latest games, the late games here. George Mason and Marquette in this one, with Marquette, a pretty big favorite here, -12 or so, and the total at 146 here in this one. Oh, here we go with Mason and Marquette. Yeah, Marquette should take care of business here. I think they might even get this number. It feels like here a little bit. I think they're going to hold down actually here. Make sure this one 873, 874. And yeah, give me the under for sure in this one. This one probably should be a premium play for me. I think Mason has the problem here against Marquette today. Trouble scoring here. I'm going to take the under, though, here. Also, some steam just came in with South Carolina State and South Carolina. The move is coming in on this one on the under at 145. It was it was 145. I see this one going all the way down, maybe to as low as 142 if you want to consider that. If not a play, I'm just recommending right now. The steam is going under here, and I think it can run actually with this one, South Carolina State and South Carolina. I say it'll head to 142-ish. We'll see. All right, Mason and Marquette there. We just gave you the under. A couple more here. How about UCI taking on LMU tonight? You got UCI favored in this one by 2.5. The total is down here to 148.5 for sure. There we go. With Irvine and Marymount here tonight. In this one, UCI, the favorite here right now. Man, this one looks a little bit tough to me, but I'm going to end up on the under here. I'm just going to play that move for sure. Let's see if that got steamed and I just missed it. Maybe it was while I was asleep or something. No steam. Just give me the under here. I'm going to trust this move right now. I was going to look into it. I'm just going to take it right now. We've missed out. So give me the under. Irvine and Marymount. Finally, it's UCLA and New Mexico, the other game here tonight in Henderson, the late game. This is at 11 Eastern and 8 Pacific. We know you love going to bed with a little late night hoops out there on the East Coast in this one. So UCLA and New Mexico here tonight. Take a look. You got UCLA, a 5.5 point favorite. We call it 4.5 now. Totals up to 153. So UCLA -4.5. Total 153. There we go. There it is. All right. And I think that's going to do it for the show. Let me get you my selection here in this one.
Revised goalies.
Whoops. Revised goalies. Somebody's out. Somebody's in or out. Let me see if I can get that to you. If I can't get it in timely fashion, we'll just bail on it here. Cam Talbot, I believe, will be starting and not Lyon here, I believe, is the news we're getting for the Red Wings. I think Talbot will take a third straight turn in goal for the Red Wings tonight. Said Lyon was confirmed in, but they've obviously made a move there here. Not going to look in to see if it is, injury related right now on the show. We're running out of time here, but just want to mention that. Looks like Talbot gets the start in there for Lyon. Hopefully that's the type of info that you look for with me here. All right, UCLA, New Mexico, I'm going under in this one here at 153. That would be a premium probably for me, but with so many games and this show ending, it's a freemium tonight. Toss all the well, don't toss it aside. We got to get the picks out. Thanks, everybody, for joining me here on the show. Hope we had a good time here. Yep, we're cleaning it up here a little bit. And thank you, Gorky, for your CFL action today. Thank you to everybody for joining me here on the Morning Steam. Hopefully you got a page full of notes and plays that are going to lead us to victory here tonight. Join me tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific on Saturday. I don't know how we're going to cover tomorrow. We'll cover a bunch of games kind of like we did today. But don't forget, check me out over at winnable.com. I'm going to have a lot more college basketball, man. With all these games, we're going to have more plays. I'm just going to sit here and just got the word that the FanDuel stock is going up. How about FanDuel today? Already up 5%. Anybody look at that move on FanDuel today? Wow, anybody doing it with FanDuel? Geez, FanDuel, they might be, maybe DraftKings is losing to the players and FanDuel is beating the players. I don't know. All right, anyway, use the promo code STEAM to save 20% off all premium pick packages here. Maybe I'm going to cash out my FanDuel today. I've sold so much stock over the last 36 hours or 48 hours, it feels like. Okay, check me out over at the Winnable app. Get all my plays over there. I'm going to have more plays today, a lot of plays in college basketball. I have a VIP package as well for free over there at Winnable. I used to charge $25, $35, $45 for my premium pick selections, but now you get it for pennies on the dollar. I think I have today for like $4, get the week for $8, a month for $20. Use that promo code. If 67 cents a day is too much, use the promo code. It's 50 cents to get my plays. Look, it was great selling picks to whales and, but here when you can get a handful of picks for just, really just a token amount, you're just supporting me here on the show. I've found this to be much more beneficial to me as far as, the money's kind of the same. Again, I'm just working hard here doing the show and everything. If we could win, enough plays not to do the show, I wouldn't have any friends. So you better subscribe to my picks so I come back and do it tomorrow. Just grab a package there. Grab the weekly, grab the monthly. I'd really appreciate it. I'll send you hopefully some good plays. You're going to get all my NFL, NBA, NHL, college basketball, college football. My MMA card will be out tomorrow as well. I'll have every fight predicted, what round, method of victory, that sort of thing. So, all right. Thanks a lot, everybody, for joining me for a fun hour. We were here for 2.5 hours today, folks, and I don't know if I said anything that makes sense, but I'll be back here tomorrow to do it again on the Morning Steam Show. Don't forget, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 Pacific, here on the Sports Money Network. Check out Mikey Money and pre-gaming. You have a great card to look at, obviously, tonight. And also check out First Strike. The guys put together their 4 best plays today, and I know what they are, but I want you to watch First Strike to get those plays here. It's already loaded up on the Sports Money channel. Thank you, everybody. I'll be back tomorrow for the Sports Money Network. I'm Ramon Scott. So long.
Steam, it's time to break, run for cover. That's gonna cover, that's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott, running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice, we might play a parlay. It's the Morning Steam. What? Ramon Scott, sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money.